Good evening, folks. Well, afternoon, but it's going to be evening quite soon. Once 3 o'clock hits, people call it evening. Oh well. Anywho, I hope everyone is well. So, from what I gather, I'm trying to keep up with the videos that I'm making. Once you have figured out how to live amongst people, it can be trying. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I love them. And we hit a certain point in phase when it comes to becoming self-aware, being who we truly are. We get in a phase where we really can't stand to be around people, and we end up becoming introverted. The goal is to not become introverted. The goal is to be okay to be introverted if you need to. And also be okay and handle being extroverted. For those of you that don't understand what introverted means, it means you rather stay at home and, be alone. But then again, you have these people that, that they like to be introverted, but they also like to be around people. You can't be in public without being around people. And you can't really be alone sometimes. You get what I mean. You can't have both sides. I'm one of those people that, I like to be going out and doing things. I like to be around people, but I have to have a reason to do it. And a lot of times I don't go out in public and I don't, hang around folks. It takes very stubborn and patient friends to drag me out and be like, hey, I bought tickets. I'm like, okay, I'll go. Because I'm not going to turn down free tickets to a show, because I find it, if it was done to me, if someone said, no, I don't want to go, you're stuck with a ticket, and you're just like, but I'm glad I went. I've been wanting to go. It's been a very long time since I've ever really gone to a concert. I enjoyed it, and I did want to. I did want to go, but I didn't expect. Someone to ever buy me concert tickets, and I'm just like, what? You for real? Of course, I was calm about it, but then when I was in closed doors and I realized I was really, 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 really going to a concert, I did my girly thing, the little. So, enough about that. The band is called Down to One, and I do recommend giving them a good listen, because they've got a lot of music that a lot of people can relate to. A lot of people. Especially the song called Babies in Cages. Or Baby Cage Match, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anywho. We have to be able to adapt to being introverted and extroverted. Extroverted means that you prefer to be out and about and in public with people. And they're most at home around crowds. Whilst a introvert is really comfortable with being alone. I used to be extroverted when I grew up, but the problem was I was socially awkward. So as a defense mechanism, so I didn't feel bad and lonely, I became introverted. And I became quite fine with playing by myself as a kid. My mom and my sister were really good company. My dad sometimes too. When work allowed him. Animals, pets, you know, I had a good childhood. Oh, the sun's out. Wow. Dealio is, I said Dealio. You have to be able to adapt and be okay and be able to function either in public or in private. Now, some of us have problems with either one or neither. That's because you're in a state of anxiety. Now, to calm that down, you do the breathing exercises that I use. It helps. It's like a reset button. Like, okay, we're freaking out. Reset. Best thing to do is this breathing exercise, and it's helped. A good friend of mine who is a high priestess has told me about this one, and I thank her, and I'm going to forever be in debt because I don't know how to repay for this priceless information. When you feel like things are too much, or you're feeling depressed, if you're vibrating high or really low, you're either hyper and full of anxiety, or you're depressed and have no energy. Best thing to ever do is to try to be outside or have a view of a window. And if you can't do that, just try to close your eyes, sit up, or stand and just breathe in all the way. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. And if you still feel like it's not enough, do it again. Let your muscles slump down. Let your body relax and untense. Just relax. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay, yesterday, my husband and I went grocery shopping. And it's like everybody in the Kroger grocery store didn't understand personal space. I had one guy get so close I could smell him. You know, when people have a certain smell about them, not a bad smell, like it could be cologne or, you know, a slight musk about them or cigarettes. I could smell the fact that he just showered and stepped out of the house for groceries. I could smell that because he was that freaking close to me. And there's another thing where someone, the aisle was crowded. I couldn't move the buggy anywhere. My husband was kind of like right here at a display looking at some prices, seeing if there's anything good, you know, because it was clearance. And there was people in front of me looking at stuff. I was looking at stuff. I wasn't in the middle of the aisle, but I had enough room to move, and other people had enough room to go to the other side of me. And this one guy just was inching really closer to my cart. Like he really wanted to smack my cart or grate against my cart. And my anxiety was so high at that point, I just slammed my cart, picked it up and slammed it down. I said, you know what? I don't know what you want me to do with this thing. I don't know where to put it. All right? You got room. And I just whirled my cart around him and went to another aisle. And the people heard me yell that that were in front of me, and I didn't mean it to them. They probably thought I was having a meltdown. And it kind of was. So I hid somewhere in another aisle where nobody was at, thank God. And I was just like, my husband came looking for me, and he's like, are you okay? Are you going to be okay? Do you want to continue, or do you want to just finish what we're doing and go home? And I said, I'm sorry. I just can't deal with people today. I don't know what's wrong. I'm just not feeling it today. And it's okay to not feel it today or tomorrow. Try to figure out what's really bothering you. Like, okay, right now, I'm going to be honest. I know why I'm on edge, and I know I got a little shitty little attitude going on. I'm trying to curb it. It's PMS. I know, right? So, hey, it happens. And some guys just have it like that. And you know what? We all don't have to be on our A game all the time. And when you're going through self-discovery and you're sifting through the muck and the buildup going on in your spirit and your mind and your heart and in your body, if you're going that far into a cleanse, you don't expect to always be on your A game. Don't expect to be all love and light all the time. The reality of it, when you're on your A game and you're at your best, oh hell yeah, love and light till the cows come home. But you gotta be kind and gentle and love yourself and patient. You have to be patient with yourself. Because the worst critic that we can ever have is ourselves. We can be the most critical and cynical and mean and hateful to ourselves. We could. We can very well. We can make or break ourselves. We can be our own worst enemies. We can be the best thing that ever happened to us, or we can be a blessing and a bane at the same time upon ourselves. Can't tell you how many times I stand in front of the mirror and I nitpick at every little freaking thing about me physically. But, I am who I am. I'm a work in progress. You can say, it all depends on what you say to yourself. In order to be kind to yourself, you have to say and do kind things to yourself. I have a friend who's quitting cigarettes right now. She's vaping. She's trying to get off the nicotine. I am proud of her. More proud than I ever could be. I want people to be at their best because I can see their best already. And I believe in them. I believe everyone is capable of wonderful things as well as terrible things. Let's be honest with ourselves. We have to have some darkness and we have to have some light. Because one cannot exist without the other. Light is light and dark is dark. Because it's their nature. Like the old Native American story, Little boy asked his grandfather, Grandfather, how can I become a good person like you? And he says, we all have two wolves living inside of us. One is love and compassion and kindness and good. One is hatred, malice, and darkness. They're constantly fighting inside us. the one that you want to win is the one you feed. So if you do good things and follow your heart and sync up your mind in harmony with that, you'll be a good person. Now if you do bad things and horrible things and your mind and heart are bitter and dark, you'll be a bad person. You'll have nothing in common with other people or anything except for the not so good people and bad stuff. Now, a lot of people argue there's no such thing as good or bad. I highly beg to differ. Negativity is negativity. It does exist. You have people that rape, murder, and kill people, men, women, children, animals even. You have these horrible, deranged, evil people. Some people are born of evil. Whatever decides that, no one truly knows. Science can explain it. Spiritually, I don't really think we have an answer for it because we don't want to be associated with something so terrible. Now, granted, there are dark workers as well as light workers. I'm not going to say I'm always light when I have to be a bitch, when I have to be blunt, and I have to protect and defend myself and other people. You're darn straight I'm not going to be love and light. I'm going to be, you're done, get the fuck out. Last warning, I warn you 3 times. I give people 3 chances to make a smart decision when they are causing harm, stress, or pain in an unnecessary manner. Like, for instance, I stepped up and protected my mother and father when someone got aggressive with them because, I don't know, road rage. I stood up out of the car and I said, leave my mother and father alone. And when they got out of the car, when the big guy came out of the car and he acted like he was going to beat my ass, my dad stood up and I yelled. I said, shut up. Shut up. I wanted him to stop because he wasn't letting us go. He wasn't letting us leave until finally someone threatened to call the cops. They left then. I was defending myself, and of course, I'm the loudest, so I get reprimanded. So, I wasn't afraid. Sure, I can be of the light. You have to realize there's a real saying. Namaste, but take no crap. You are going to run into a lot of hard things, but when you come out of them, you're going to basically handle it with a little more grace. Yeah, you may struggle a little bit, it may upset you, it may hurt you, but you can heal. There's nothing you can go there's nothing in the world that you can go through that you can't heal from. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You just have to want it bad enough. But let's be real. When it comes to physical and medical ailments, I'm not saying if you want it bad enough, you'll heal yourself and you can heal. There may be a chance. It all depends on what your fate has. It all depends on what your fate has. You do hear of people that heal each other and take care of each other to the point where they make a full recovery. Be it a miracle, a blessing, an act of God, or whatever. It was their fate to heal from that. I'm not saying this is a cure-all. I'm saying this is an alleviator. It is a struggle. It is hard. But the payoff is amazing. You can obtain peace and tranquility. I know when we talk about peace and tranquility, we think of hippies and stoners and yogis going, peace, man, tranquility, yeah. But you could, if that's what you want to do. A lot of people look at me and they're like, she's a light worker. Right. Yeah, I am. And you know, it's all about personal choices. Like, for instance, I know many preachers that they are the best to have in your corner. And they're really good preachers, and they don't judge anybody. They go where it's needed. They don't go and sit on a pulpit and preach the whole same humdrum or day in and day out. They actually go where they are needed, like on the streets, in prisons, crack houses, and they help people. They don't force the religion and the spirituality of Christianity on people. They don't. I can say that I have really strong Christian roots. A lot of people think I'm very, very, very devout and religious. I am. Really. But I don't cram it in people's throats. I do have some lines that I do not cross. Like, I don't dare say GD. If someone else says it, I say a little prayer for them in my head, because I don't know if they'll reciprocate it right. My husband slips up from time to time, and I'll yell at him. I'm like, "Don't say it." He doesn't like it when I say certain words either, and you know, that's fine. It's respect. So, oh, my nose itches. Oh my God. It means I'm gonna kiss a fool. I'm kidding. Could be because I got a piece of dust tickling my nose. But some people, when they go through their path, they pick and choose things to teach themselves control, because hey, if I can quit, let's say if so-and-so can quit cussing and using foul language, or quit smoking and drinking and all that, then maybe they'll be able to say no to other things, and you know, pick and choose to make yourself better. Pick and choose things that you feel should be changed. Like, I don't overindulge in sugars. Nope. I also don't overindulge in eating. That was a thing. You know, that I had problems eating right and eating properly, eating healthy things. Now I'm eating more healthy things, and oh God, why? It's too early to be yawning. Also, a lot of people do something, like some people, when they go into their spiritual path, they grow their hair out, because Native American lore, the longer the hair, the more in tune you are with the spirit or creator, or you know, the energies and magic that exists in nature. Which I'm trying to grow my hair out now. I've actually got my hair up in a way where it doesn't get in my way. I know all kinds of different cute little weird ways of putting my hair up. Or people get a tattoo if they've achieved a certain goal. You know, we all don't have to fit in a cookie cutter way for this experience and all this. And sometimes we need a support system. A lot of people try to do it alone and they keep falling off the horse, so to speak. Sometimes you got to find a group that fits you. I run a group. They just don't know how to be a collective team. So doing meetups and collecting them up together and getting them to do something is almost kind of impossible. Almost kind of. I mean, 3 or 4 out of 20 or so show up. It happens, you know? I mean, that's why I keep letting new people in. What are you doing? That's not how you drive in a parking lot, you ninny. Sorry. But regardless, you just do your best, you know, and be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. You can do this. You survived this long. Keep on. Keep surviving. Keep kicking butt. If anyone can do what you want to do in your life, it is you. There's nobody else that's going to make a difference in your life other than you. You. And the only reason why you can't tell that you make all these huge differences and changes is because you're always with yourself. You're always, you know, it's hard to see the big picture on what you're doing and what you affect. Because you can't really get another person's perspective. Because you are yourself and you experience your life this way. That was an accident. I am so sorry. But you got to be patient with yourself and trust yourself. Trust the little voice in your head. All right? Trust your conscience. Trust your gut feeling, your intuition. You know? And it doesn't hurt to train that. You know, remember everything that you've gone through where your instinct was wrong and right, and and differentiate the difference. Because only you are going to be able to know these things. Only you are going to be able to experience these things. No one else can do it for you. So, I wish you luck. And if you have any questions or want any advice or get some direction, I'm only a comment away. I'm only a message away. Love and light to you all, and be strong.